The holder, Jahangir Khan of Pakistan, now ranked number 2 in the world. He's 24 years old, and there have been 2 significant events in his squash life over the last 2 years. In Toulouse in 1986, he lost his world title, and a young man by the name of Jahangir Khan emerged too. But he's won every major title, and if he wins here, it'll be his 7th win. And remember, Jeff Hunt's record is 8. Beat Chris Dittmar of Australia in the semi-final in 4 games. A good win, and he's earned his place in this final. But I wonder whether he expected it to be against this young man from Australia. 22 years old, Rodney Martin, coached by Jeff Hunt incidentally, ranked number 5 in the world, but his recent form leads one to believe that he's playing above that ranking. He defeated Jahangir Khan of Pakistan, the world's number 1 in the quarter-final, and disposed of the former world champion Ross Norman of New Zealand in 3 straight games in the semi-final. So he's got an awful lot of prospects, this young man, and I wonder whether they'll be realised today. In July 1987, he became only the 2nd player in over 5 years to beat Jahangir Khan. He's been there before, and can he go there again? That's the big question.
Rodney Martin of Australia serving, Jahangir Khan of Pakistan receiving. Best of 5 games, love all. Yes, let love all.
Well, Jonah, nothing spectacular in the early stages.
Yes, both very experienced pros. Both of them still pretty young, but they know what it's all about at the beginning of a match.
Yes, let love all.
No unforced errors, no sort of freebies, giving free points to the opposition. Get the nervousness out of the system. And it's very much a rhythm, Stuart, that Jahangir settles into, and Rodney will be looking fairly shortly to break up that rhythm.
Yes, let love all.
Both right-handers, both attacking players, both capable of with a full range of shots.
And Jahangir early on still imposes more pressure on his opponents to a length than any other player in the game, including his other great Pakistani rival, Jahangir Khan. Rodney has to play good basic squash. He must be prepared at times to rally, but when he gets the opportunities, he's got to build on his rallying.
Unlucky there, came out of the corner.
And out. Love all.
Still no score on the board.
Yes, let. Love all.
Well, now, will the let be given?
And out. Love all.
No. Service changes.
Rodney picking up the pace.
Yes, it's now developed into a game where there are a high percentage of testing shots now. They're beginning to test each other. The short shot followed by the deep volley.
No let. Hand out. Love all.
Well, you heard that. No let awarded. John Robinson, the referee responsible for that decision.
Jahangir scarcely played a single short shot.
Down. And out.
Well, we've played, just around 7 minutes, I would think,
Love
and
all.
still no score on the board. What an enthralling contest in prospect.
Hand out, love all.
Marvellous backhand just above the tin into the nick.
Yes, lad. Yes, lads. Love all.
Rodney Martin, very tall, very rangy, good reach on this court. Both right-handers. Both keenly contesting the pole position.
Yes, lad. Yes, lads. Love all.
Some ooze from this
On
crowd
the right.
because this game is already quite an interesting one. Still no score on the board.
Hand out. No let. No let, hand out, love all.
Let not given. And the handout call given, and Rodney Martin has a chance to achieve the first point of this match.
Love all.
Well, 10 minutes in, no point on the board yet for either player.
Yes, let. Yes, let. Love all.
No, I think you stretch back for that, Jahangir.
It was a let.
It was a let, yes.
Yes, let. Love all.
Well, at last stalemate is broken, and we're into about the 11th minute, and 1-love is the score. Well, I think we're in for a very long first game, unless, of course, the pattern dramatically changes.
Yes, let. 1-love.
It's very attritional at this moment, and I have the feeling that that must suit Jahangir's purposes to make Rodney as frustrated as he can. An error squeezed out of him there, though, in the front left-hand corner.
Well, having beaten Jahangir Khan in the quarter-final and Ross Norman in the semi-final, he's knocked off a few pedigrees already. Why not a third, he says, I'm sure. Well, opinions coming in from all quarters surrounding this Perspex court. One or two nods of approval there. The score moves on to 1 point each.
Jahangir actually called his ball down there in the end. The referee, I think, wanted the point to be replayed, Stuart.
Yes, let's 1-1.
That's the state of affairs.
Down. And out.
Well, that's the little error that Rod Martin mustn't allow to creep in.
No let. 2-1.
Nice penetrating shot from the holder of this title, Jahangir Khan. Brilliant pace on that shot, perfectly placed on the front wall, and well, the result there for you, and all of a sudden the deficit is 2 for the challenger.
Yes, let. 3-1.
Jahangir's played really good tight squash for the first 15 minutes of this match. Only a couple of unforced errors.
Brilliant play. Well, the error concluding that marvellous spell of fine stroke play from both players.
Yes, let. 4-1. Fault. 4-1, 1 fault. Yes, let. 4-1, 1 fault.
Well, this is a more significant margin now at 5-1.
And out.
No let.
No let. And out. 1-5.
Well, Jonah, how about that?
Poor Jahangir there, he was he fell into the Australian. The ball was pretty close to Rodney when it came back down the court. Much easier to referee those, commentator, than in the hot spot down below. Jahangir unlucky, I think.
Yes let.
Yes let. 1-5.
Yes let.
Yes let. 1-5.
A significant number of let calls in this first game so far. Both players keen to get pole position, to command the court. It's bound to happen, I suppose.
And out. 5-1.
And Jahangir is squeezing those unforced errors out of Rodney. It's a very impressive start. Champion is still considered by all the pros to be the
6-1.
most decisive player in the first part of any match, and he's proving it here too. Rodney showing great rallying ability as well.
Yes let.
Yes let. 6-1.
Well, we've seen Rodney Martin come back from being 2 games to love down in the past. He's a real fighter, but I'm sure he won't want to go 1 game to love down here.
Yes let.
Yes let. 6-1.
One of the qualities you have to have in playing Jahangir
7-1.
Khan is patience, as well as all the other attributes of fitness and real mental fortitude.
And out.
Got it that time, but he is 6 points behind.
1-7.
1-7 as you hear, and Rodney Martin still full of bounce, still in this first game.
Out.
Can you call up or down instead of just letting the play on? Either say something, because it's down by a mile, and you just let the play go on.
7-1.
Rodney trying to impress on the marker that his ball had hit the tin way down, and surely the marker saw it.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 7-1.
A buzz around this crowd as every individual marker and referee in the audience makes their decision. Brilliant play. Tremendous judgment. Saw exactly where his opponent was and just dropped that ball now, so game point. Well, Jahangir's already decided that it was good and he's leaving the court.
I called out. Stopped it.
It's lead ball, 8-1 from the left.
Jahangir was on his way to the bench and now has to go back and play again.
It's a tiny little bit of psychology there. Not so overt maybe as one or two of them, but Jahangir obviously intimating to the referee that he felt it was time for a natural break.
8-1, game ball.
But not there yet, and he must and will remember to concentrate, because this Aussie is always dangerous.
No let.
No let. Hand out. 1-8.
Well, Jahangir considered not to have made any real effort there. I think you can understand or hear the reaction of the crowd for yourself.
1-8.
25 minutes in to this first game.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 1-8.
Rodney Martin with the opportunity to score. Well, the error coming in straight after the achievement of that second point can't have helped Rod Martin's confidence any. Oh, that was an error, and some marvellous play in that in the final stages of that first game, but 9-2 really doesn't reflect the overall play there. The champion, one game to love up. Well, the conclusion of that first game some marvellous play, particularly by Martin here. He did everything right, with the exception of the final shot. The build-up was good, and then the error. And I wonder what Jeff Hunt will be saying to him. Jeff Hunt on the left there, the holder of the highest number of British Open wins at 8, helping Rodney Martin. Jeff, of course, at the Australian Institute of Sport, and Rod will be listening to every word.
15 seconds.
One game to love. Love all.
Well, a real buzz around this court, packed at Wembley, and one game to love. The champion leads, but in no way does the score reflect the nature of the first game. 9-2 it was.
Yes, let.
Yes, let's. Love all.
Jonah, what do you think Jeff Hunt would have said to Rod Martin in that interview?
Well, he'll have definitely tried to settle him down, because it's just one game and it's obviously a vital game, but the match is still wide open. The crowd will be waiting to see whether Rodney really to have one of his hot streaks, because when he's hitting nicks uninhibitedly, that is really something very special. But Jahangir has pressured him.
Stroke to Martin.
Stroke to Martin.
Good.
And out. Love all.
Good chance now for Rodney to break through, though.
Well, now that's the first real error we've seen from Jahangir Khan, and that's an interesting fact.
Cracking Stewart, maybe. I think that, and another error, but a forced error.
2 love.
Ball very tight on the wall, clinging to the wall. Couldn't return it. And Rodney playing quite a few slower balls down the side walls, and probably Jeff Hunt has told him that he's got to mix the pace better, not get into a really hard-hitting attritional match. He's got to do far more variations to break up that Pakistani rhythm.
Down.
Well, 3 consecutive errors by Jahangir.
3 love.
A lot of professionals still feel that the slower mix of rallying is still more effective against Jahangir. He likes the ball to come quickly to him.
And out. Love 3.
Well, 3 love his advantage, but he's lost service now.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. Love 3.
Marvellous boast just above the tin, and he got the result that the Australian wanted.
Fantastic recovery from Rodney Martin, going wide, producing a brilliant winner on the forehand side.
No let.
No let. 5 love.
Well, this is a totally different pattern of play, and frustration creeping in there with
Straight into the back
Jahangir.
of them, Gentry. Must go round. Jahangir.
Actually, a little slip there by the referee calling Jahangir Jansha. Perhaps he expected to be refereeing or marking a game with Jansha and Jahangir in it. I don't know, but he corrected himself quickly.
And out.
No let.
Love 5.
No
Well,
let.
the champion is 5 points down, and whilst the questions are asked,
Do you want it wiped, Jahangir? Do you want it wiped?
how would you like the court wiped? And the answer is yes, and the reason, Jonah, I should think a little rest.
Yeah, nice bit of wiping too of the head and the face. A lot of sweat. Little respite. Gather himself. Caught a bit unawares in the beginning of the second game and needs to get more control over what's going on. I think that Rodney Martin has played really intelligently in the second. He's varied the pace and broken Jahangir's rhythm in the way that he has to without playing shots that are not there to be played.
Well, a little bit of gamesmanship on both the players' parts there. However, love 5.
Love 5. Out. 5 love.
Error, and Rod Martin has the advantage once again, and will he build on it? Extraordinary contrast in the type of game that we've seen from the first to the second.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 5 love.
And Rodney's squeezing Jahangir down the backhand wall. He's playing very tight to the backhand wall, and Jahangir's not able to flow at all. Again, very tight to the front.
And out.
Well, you heard the oohs there from the crowd. He was in a good position, in the right place, and couldn't execute.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. Love 5. Down. 1-5.
He's got to be very careful at this stage. He mustn't get into the rhythm of losing points. He's got to consolidate now.
Fault. 1-5, 1 fault. Yeah. 2-5.
Jahangir feeding off errors. A very large vulture. He loves that.
There's that beautiful movement off the front wall into the nick that you were talking about earlier, Jonah. Absolutely marvellously executed.
Again, the slow bowling down the backhand wall.
Yes, let.
Yes, let.
Glorious rally. Shame that it ended on a let ball.
5-2.
Tremendous cut and thrust.
Left.
Well, we're seeing the full range of strokes now, and the variation in pace and direction, and
out.
with just the
2-5.
odd error creeping in, such as the one you've just seen. Just tried a little bit too much, and just below that tin. And that will be disappointing for Rod, because he began to play beautifully there. He was finding the strokes and just made the error. And I wonder whether he'll regret that.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 3-5. Left.
And Rodney lucky to get a let in that situation, because he's worked very hard the last 4 or 5 minutes. He's been put under great pressure again and didn't really make much effort to try to reach the ball.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 3-5.
Yes, I think you're right. Certainly the rhythm of the game is being taken over by Jahangir Khan now, and whereas at the beginning of the match it was certainly Rodney Martin with that slower paced game who'd taken control. Interesting, this.
Stroke
to Jahangir. 4-5.
Well, there you see it, just 4-5, and Jahangir coming back rather more quickly than Rod Martin would want.
No let.
No let. 5-all.
Ball went into the neck, didn't bounce, clean winner.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 5-all.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 5-all.
Most decisive phase of the match to date, with Rodney
Left.
losing the vital lead in the second, badly needing to get equality in the second game. Jahangir becoming increasingly dominant.
Well, that's a welcome
And
result.
5-all.
1-5 the score was, or 5-1 rather, taking the server into account. First the margin was 4, and now it's all even, and the change of service
5-all.
once again.
And
6-5.
Rodney Martin stretching across, trying to volley, but Jahangir's width hitting when he's been wide on one side or the other has been one of the most potent features of this match.
down. What a marvellous rally that was.
7-5.
And perhaps the most critical rally of the whole of the match.
7-5 then. Service with the champion. Jahangir's asking, but getting no joy this time, and so Rod Martin has the service. That's important, and never was there a more important point than this. 50 minutes they've been on court already.
Stroke to Martin.
Stroke to Martin.
I say.
6-7.
Brilliant play. Now that really was brilliant play. So seldom do you get past Jahangir Khan, but there was a fine example of how to do it.
And out 7-all.
May well rue that one. Chance to get to game ball. Well into the tin.
Yes, lad.
Yes, lad. 7-all.
Well placed by Rodney Martin, and he got his just reward. Now, can he get to game ball? Well, some outstanding retrieval play there by Jahangir Khan, and Rodney Martin, at the end of all that, puts it back into the tin. And once again, both men get the luxury of a break as the perspiration is wiped from the court. And I'm not surprised, because they're well into the 52nd minute of this match. And remember, we're still in the second game.
And out 7-all.
Well, that in-the-nick shot, devastating.
8-7, game ball.
And so it is Jahangir Khan who has reached that game ball and now looks to go 2 games to love up. Not up the call, and
out.
Another chance.
7-8.
Brave forehand volley, Nick.
Well, that surely is a good shot.
8-all.
Yes, 8-all is called. Martin supporters
It's all
see
set
that
to.
scoreline. Well, now he has got the
9-8.
chance.
Game ball.
Twitchy volley.
Yes, there.
Yes, let. 9-8. Game ball.
Well recovered.
Yes, there.
Yes, let. 9-8. Game ball.
Oh,
Some very difficult refereeing decisions. They really tested balls so tight to the wall. Fine interpretations.
what recovery from both players, and what a boasting shot from Jahangir Khan. This crowd enjoying this truly masterful display from both players.
8-9.
Quiet, please.
Oh, Jahangir got that ball back.
Quiet, please.
8-9.
So Jahangir Khan 1 point in arrears, but he has got service. It's first to 10.
No left.
No let.
No left.
9-all. Game ball.
55 minutes gone in this match, and the champion has game ball. Well, that looked as though it had gone down.
No left.
No let. And
No
out.
let given, and the game ball goes the other
9-all.
way. What a tussle this is.
Jahangir
9-all.
gathering
Game
himself,
ball.
unhappy with that decision, felt that he had a fair chance of getting it.
Yes, there.
Yes, let. 9-all. Game ball.
Is that it?
Yes, left.
Decision yet to come.
Yes, let. 9-all. Game ball.
Well, all the crowd refereeing now, it's getting really pressured and tense. A let given.
Oh, he's done it this time. Well, what a marvellous recovery by Rodney Martin of Australia. He went 5-1 into the lead, then Jahangir Khan came back, put the pressure on, had game ball himself on a couple of occasions, but that's the result. It's 10-9, and it's 1 game all, and 57 minutes of game played. Well, Jeff Hunt certainly did his job after the first game, and he'll be thinking back to that war of attrition in 1981 when he himself played Jahangir Khan on this, well, very close to this arena, and that experience invaluable. And Rodney Martin knows that Jeff Hunt has that experience. The score at 9-8. Let's look at this recovery by Jahangir Khan. Look at that.
Time.
Marvellous, marvellous play. And back to the tee, to the control position. Good stuff. Well, it's the best of 5 games. It's 1 game all. And a real air of expectancy here. Will it be Jahangir Khan's 7th title, or will Rodney Martin, in his first appearance in the British Open final, will he take the honours in this 1988 season?
Ready? 1 game all. Level. Let's level.
Just a hint of an apology there, and play continues. Got the reach, he almost made it, but that was well placed, and it was the pace of the ball that beat Martin on that occasion.
And out, love all.
1 or 2 more openings coming for Rodney. But again, that tremendous width from Jahangir. When he's taken wide and under pressure, he can then produce the marvellous width across court. And it is marvellous when you're playing against somebody like Rodney Martin with a volley like that.
And out, love all.
Well, the odd tired stroke creeping in, and well, that's to be expected. They've been on court now for a long time, approaching the hour.
And out, love all.
So much psychology involved here at 1 game all. Rodney tested Jahangir in the second game, but he was tested himself, and to win a game cost him a lot, so he has to gather himself again and reconcentrate. And Jahangir's that much more aware yet again of how dangerous this Australian can be. And it's like starting the whole match over again after more than an hour's play.
That was down.
And out. Level.
Jahangir has greatly improved his physical condition during the winter, destroyed by the shock emergence of Jahangir Khan and so many defeats before Christmas. 9 out of 10 matches in all.
And out, love all.
And a lot of self-criticism being aired by young Rodney Martin.
1 love.
Not a great deal between them.
And Jahangir is still close to his best. He's still a very great player. The gap has been closing. 1 or 2 players like Rodney Martin
2 love.
challenging his supremacy, but he has reacted to the challenge quite magnificently this winter.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 2 love.
Stroke to Jahangir.
Stroke to Jahangir. 3 love. Left.
That's a double blow for Rodney Martin there. This is a very crucial part of this third game, Jonah. He is 3 love down, or love 3 down, and now needs to get back in.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
And he's questioning the
3 love.
the decision of the marker, really, because he said that a couple of the balls were doubtful that Jahangir picked up. And he's doing quite a lot of guessing now, Stuart, which can be startling when he guesses right, but if he makes the wrong decision, which he did there, gives considerable hope and further confidence to Jahangir.
Yes, we could be seeing the turning point here. That's 2 occasions he's turned away and not made the attempt at the ball.
Down. 5 love.
Well, an emphatic start to the third game by Jahangir Khan.
Down.
Too many errors at this stage, Jonah.
Mental crisis for Rodney.
Down.
And he's starting to look
7 love.
very patchy and tired now.
Yes, that scoreline is a true reflection of the play in this third game.
Out.
So we
8 love, game ball.
go to a situation now which underlines a supremacy in this third game by the holder of the title. And that little shot, after 70 minutes of play in this match, gives Jahangir Khan 2-1 lead. And Jeff Hunt in Rod Martin's corner has got a lot of talking to do.
Seconds. Time. Back on court, please.
Both players being well received into the fourth game of what has been an enthralling match. What a final it has been. Gamesmanship on the part of both players, fine range of strokes. At times it's been a war of attrition, and then a superb range of strokes, superb use of the boast and timing, penetration, everything.
Two games to 1. Two games to 1. Level.
Has Rodney Martin the strength to carry off this fourth game, because he has to stay in the match?
And out, love all.
Quite a few of the rallies in the third game were reasonably short, and it may well be that Rodney can come out of his trap and really put a big effort in to stay in the match.
Stroke to Martin.
Stroke to Martin.
Well, we've had instances, well, certainly one famous instance before, Rodney Martin being 2 games to love down and coming back to win the match against Jahangir Khan. I'm sure that that thought will be in Khan's mind. He won't want to let his man off the hook, but Rodney has an early advantage. Can he hold it, and can he build on it?
Yes, let.
Yes, let. One love.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. One love.
I was talking to Jeff Hunt, Stuart, and he was just a bit worried about Rodney's level of fitness because he had a knee problem at the end of last year, and that's recovered well. He only got in about 6 weeks really intensive training before coming across.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. One love.
And he certainly showed tremendous qualities when he played Jahangir in the quarterfinals, but to my mind this is really the ultimate test for him and for that level of fitness.
And out, love one.
Really squeezing the ball down the wall, Jahangir, as always, tight, clinical, still promoting tremendous pressure.
Stroke to
Jahangir. 1-1.
Well, it's at this stage that Rodney has got to just get his mind set on a balance, a nice rhythm of play. He's got to try and assume the leading role and perform shots of that kind and make them work. He mustn't let Jahangir Khan get away now. Now that was a strength-sapping rally and instigated by Jahangir Khan. He had his man to the front, then to the rear of the court, and caused the error to occur.
Yeah, and it's cost Rodney a great deal.
3-1.
And Jahangir getting his man ready for the coffin.
the right. 4-1.
He's just living that little bit too sort of desperately and dangerously so, Stuart. He's having to go for stuff that he's not really perfectly balanced for, and the positions aren't quite what he would like. And again, just not moving for that post. Jahangir sensing that Rodney now is starting to lose his legs.
Stroke, yes,
Stroke to
indeed.
Jahangir.
When you consider what he's done in
6-1.
beating Jahangir Khan and then Ross Norman and then having to meet this young man in the final, well, he's had a very good championship. It's not gone yet, but the signs are not good for Rodney Martin at the moment.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 6-1. Right.
It has been a most entertaining final.
Rodney has actually beaten Jahangir once from match point down, but this situation looks as desperate as any.
7-1.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. 7-1.
Couple of points away from his 7th win in these championships. It's not up, and that takes
8-1.
Rodney Martin to the brink of defeat, and Jahangir Khan now to championship point. What reactions? Shot on which to win your 7th title. But one has to say Rodney Martin acquitted himself so well here. He meant business, he came to play, and my goodness me, he played. The master on this occasion, the former world #1 Jahangir Khan, who must have expected to meet Jahangir in this final, but all credit to Rod Martin, he beat him. But now Jahangir Khan receives the acclaim that he truly deserves on what was a marvellous performance. 7 titles in this British Open Championship. Well, the congratulations, and look at that smile of relief, and that really is relief. But the last point, well, it'll be remembered by the few who were close enough to see it. Look at this final shot from Jahangir Khan. The build-up was marvellous. Fine retrieval. And the coup de grace.